What's up, you guys? I am back for another story time. Thanks for coming back. For those of you that have been subscribed to my channel, welcome. To those of you that just randomly stumbled here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Stay for a while. I really don't know what type of content I'm gonna stick with on my page yet, but I'm just going with the flow. My name is Jasmine, for those of you that don't know me yet. And I just want to tell you guys this crazy ass story. Oh, before I get started, if you're under the age of 18 or if you're easily triggered by people who use an excessive amount of curse words, you might not want to watch this video. In fact, you might not want to watch any of the videos on my channel. No disrespect to anyone, but I'm grown and I'm very expressive. I just say whatever in the fuck is on my mind, and you're gonna see a lot of that on this channel. So without further ado, the story of when I had an encounter with serial killers. This shit is so crazy. I was probably like 16 years old. I was in high school. I was out with my sister. She was like my best friend at the time. And, we called each other sisters. I'm not going to use her real name in this video. We'll just call her Ashley. So me and Ashley went over to her other best friend's house. We'll just call her... I'm not really good with this. We'll just call her, Tasha. There we go. So me and Ashley, we rode out to Tasha's house. We were just kind of kicking it, having fun. We were there for probably like 2 or 3 hours. I don't know. It was late at night. It was probably like 9 o'clock when we got there. So me and Ashley decided to head home a little bit after midnight. So we're leaving Tasha's house. We give her a hug, say, all right, see you later. So Ashley and I, my apologies, Ashley and I started, walking out to the car. Now, where Tasha lived, it was in an area that is very wooded. There's like a creek and lots of trees. So as we're exiting her actual complex, it's like when you walk out into the parking lot, it's like you're in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's so fucking dark, you can't see your hand in front of your face. Literally, it's dark as fuck. So we had parked like probably, let's just say, a block or so down, which was like, I don't know, it wasn't that far, but it was right on the side of the swimming pool. So she and I walk out the building. Now, a little bit of backstory before I get into the juicy part of the story. Ashley and I were very similar, but I was living in the hood. She was living in the suburbs, I guess you could say. She was very sheltered, and that was all good. But now let's get back into the story. We go into the parking lot. She walks out first. She's drunk, so I'm gonna go ahead and drive because I'm sober. And I'm very aware of my surroundings, so I kind of look to my left, look to my right. We go get in the car. So as we get in the car, I'm about to put the car in reverse, and I look up in the rearview mirror, and I see somebody that's got on all black. Like, they got on a hood. The hood is like pulled down to where you can't see their eyes. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I locked the doors. Ashley's sitting right here. So I turned on the lights, because I'm like, we need to get the fuck out of here at this point. Like, something just didn't feel right. Like, the energy of the whole situation, it just like instantly sent me into a panic. Like, I don't know why, but when I turned the lights on, it had just started to sprinkle. Why did I see a guy who was laying face down on the concrete by the pool, naked, just completely naked? It's raining on him. The light shining onto him. It looks like he's dead, like, no lie. Like, for one, it's 12 o'clock at night. The pool area is supposed to already be closed. This man is butt naked. It's probably like February or some shit, so it's cold. It's not like he's out here sunbathing or some shit. And he was like face down on the concrete, completely naked. So I'm like, oh shit. And Ashley looks, and she's like, you know, because she and I we're kind of similar in this way. Like, we always want to help people. She was like, we have to get out and see if he's okay. But she didn't realize that I had seen the guy with the hood on behind the car. So she opens the door to get out, and I like snatched her. I'm like, bitch, get back in this motherfucking car. She's like, but why? We have to help him. I was like, no, we have to get the fuck out of here, and we can like drive over to the light and call an ambulance. I was like, I don't have a good feeling about this. There's a dude over there, you know, with a hood on. He might be the one like that killed this guy. Like, you don't know what the fuck is going on. So she was kind of naive in that way. But so I said all this to say, and while I was saying all this, I was pulling the fuck out of the carport and driving all the way around to the front of the building. Now, when we get there, you know, it's a very well lit area. You know, it's like out on the main street. So we call 911. You know, we tell them like there's a guy laying face down on the concrete by the pool. We don't know if he looks like he's dead. And so they're like, okay, we'll send somebody right now. I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. So Ashley is all looking at me crazy, like, you're not like that. You would usually help people. Like, what is your problem? And I'm like, dude, first of all, I don't feel good about this situation. Like, there was a dude, like I said, the dude, and she was like, just because he had on a hoodie, I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, he was like walking in the dark, and he had his hood down, and he just, I don't know, he just looked really, really fucking creepy. And I'm like, I just didn't have a good feeling about that situation. Like, you don't know what the fuck was going on. So the police come, we meet them, they're like, you know, take us to where the issue is. So we drive over by the pool and point over there. So they get out and they walk around, like they come back there, like there's nobody there. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? So they had us really feeling crazy as fuck at this point. So I was like, I'm sober, for one. I know what the fuck I saw. She saw it at the same exact time. And so, like, whatever. So let's fast forward to probably, I don't know, 2 weeks later. We're at school. One of our teachers lived in the area. So I don't know, I was telling her about a crazy situation, you know, in this city, and, you know, a creek. And she was like, oh my gosh, you know, what's crazy is a couple of months ago, there was dead bodies coming up in that creek. People were coming up dead. And I'm like, what? And she was like, yeah, there were these serial killers, and their whole ploy was to have the guy laying there, and we were supposed to get out of the car to go and assist the guy, and the serial killer was supposed to kidnap us and kill us, basically. So yeah, a lot of that had been going down. I didn't know. I wasn't from the area. I had never heard of no shit like that. If I would have heard about it beforehand, I wouldn't even been there. I don't even play those games. Like, we're gonna have to call Tasha. We can have a conference call or some shit, because I'm not going out there. I don't fuck around. Serial killers, please. That's not my cup of tea, not at all. So yeah, that was just a really sobering experience for me. Like, not literally, figuratively, because I was sober, but I don't know, it made me feel sick to my stomach, because I had potentially had a brush with a serial killer. Like, if we would have made the right decision that night, we could have been dead. And that was one of many times where I could have been dead. So, I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you. So, I'm going to close this out by saying, you know, especially for the young ladies, I mean, it applies to young men too, but particularly young ladies, always be aware of your surroundings. If you must be out after dark for whatever reason, you know, travel in a group, you know, have a friend or two with you, check in with your family, let them know where you're at. keep a weapon on you, some pepper spray, some mace, a knife, something, and keep your hand on it at all times. Always be safe, always be careful. I love you guys. Thanks for coming back. I might do one more video later on about something else, you know, to kind of lighten the mood. But anyways, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Love you, and see you soon.